Hi everybody, my name is Molly Ryan. I'm an architect with PRA, and I'm here today just to provide you with an update for where we've been since the passing of the referendum in November of 2024. We're going to take a look at the high school and middle school additions and renovations, and we'll provide an update for elementary school work when the time comes. I've been working with the district for a number of years now and have been lucky enough to be able to kind of prepare the district for a referendum as well as work with the district into design. So as we passed the referendum last November, thanks to the community's support, we hopped right into design and have had a number of intermittent budgetary check-ins since we started design with our partners, Joe Schmidt Construction. We had our first budgetary check-in mid-April, and then another check-in just recently at the end of June. So we are now in the beginning of July and tracking on budget as we have this whole entire process, which is very exciting. And we're jumping into our construction document phase of work, in which we are preparing the final documents to be able to go out to bid in the early fall. To give some background information of who at the district has been involved, as we started to kick off design, we immediately formed a core group in which we met bi-weekly. So every other week since November, these administrative staff members were involved as decision makers throughout the whole process, making sure that our budget and overall project and district goals aligned with that of the referendum. We've also been able to involve staff as part of a user group, where we've had intermittent meetings with them to be able to collect their input and also involve them in some of our pre-design activities like staff interviews, day in the life, and then also touring nearby school districts who have completed similar referendum work. And we've also continued to meet with local entities for approval, those including fire department as well as plan commission. And as I mentioned before, we've continued to track on budget throughout our whole design process. To give you a bit of background on the site plan, I wanted to show just an overall view of the high school area, which now will include the middle school. As you can see, we are making some modifications to the drives on either side of the building. We're elongating what will be the parent drop-off on the east side, as well as the bus drop-off on the west. Zoom into the middle school addition a bit more. You can see with the clay rose color, that is the footprint of a single-story middle school that will house all of the spaces that you'll see in a moment here. And then we're also looking at proposing just space for a potential future elementary school addition, should the district and community choose to, in the future, move to a one-building campus. And then also on the east side of the building attached to the high school, you can see that we're proposing two more modest additions for district office, high school main entry, and library. And then on the interior of the building, we'll also see some modest renovation work in there as well. So I wanted to show you kind of a floor plan overview, just because we are also going to be providing a virtual walkthrough of the design. That should give you just an idea of what we've developed over the past couple of months. And this floor plan should give you a little bit of a way of grounding yourself as you watch that video. So as you can see, main entrance to the middle school would be on the east side of the building and the secondary entry on the west, both kind of meeting in the middle of the building in a central collaborative space for students that is the commons in that kind of goldenrod color. The main office, of course, would allow for safety and security to be monitored throughout the day at that main entrance on the east. Commons in the center area, as I said before. Adjacent to the servery and receiving area just to the south. And then the gym to the north. So the gym will be able to house not only a main competition court in the middle, but also two side courts that are all full-size basketball courts with seating for approximately 800 plus. We have PE locker rooms and team locker rooms just to the west of the gym. And then along the eastern corridor there, we have our specials classes, art and music, that then lead way into our general education classrooms to the north side in that blue and yellow area. So looking ahead, we are going to be bidding in the fall of 2025, as I mentioned earlier, and that will begin our procurement process as we prepare for construction of the middle school and high school additions in spring of 2026. So we will hold a groundbreaking somewhere in the springtime, and that construction work will continue to happen over the course of the rest of 2026 into 2027, with the grand opening happening in the fall of 2027. So we will also begin to take a look at more detail of the elementary school design sometime in 2026. And of course, we'll provide an update for the community when it comes to that time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Dr. Adam Engelbretson, District Administrator. His contact information can be found here, and if he has any questions, he can relay them to us, in which we can provide more insight. Thank you.